Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. हृदय कुहर मध्ये केवल ब्रह्ममात्रम् अहमहमिति साक्षादात्मरूपेण भाति हृदि विषमनसा स्वं चिन्वतामज्जताव पवनचलनरोधात् आत्मनिष्ठो भवत्वम्। हरि ओम तत्सत्। उपदेश सारम श्लोका नंबर 19। अहमयं कुतो भवति चिन्वतः अयिपतत्यहं निज विचारणम् अहमिनाशभाजहमहं तया स्फुरति हृत्स्वयं परमपूर्णसत्। Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, having explained about the puja, japa, pranayama, dhyanam, and he started explaining about the gnana, the vicharana. What is the nija vicharanam? In the last class, we have completed the shloka meaning. Manasa vicharam is nothing but the ahankara vicharam. Ahankara vicharam is nothing but which leads to the recognition of the real self, Atma Vicharam. Yes, in this sloka, who is this Aham? If you keep on inquiring, in the previous sloka, we saw that Manasantu kim margane krute. So there is nothing but the thoughts of the Idam and Aham Vrittis. Now, what is this Aham Vritti? This Ahankara, pseudo I, Aham Idam, Iyam Aham, Kutaha Bhavati, where from it started? What is the origin of this Ahamkara? If you start inquire, for our surprise, we come to know that there is no such any Ahankara or I apart from me. This apart from me, this Shuddha Aham, the real Aham, I only remains. So this false I, Ahankara, false, becomes false and it will fall. Because of what? Nija Vicharanam. When we closely go and ask and look into it, that inquiry, Vicharana, this is called Nija Vicharana, means the true self, recognition of the true self by ourself, Nija Vicharana. What exactly I am? This Ahankara, which is falsely appearing as the reflection in the mirror. So in the last class, at the end, I have given this example of mirror and our reflection. So I, the Atma, the original face, for example, face means example, and the come close contact with the anatma, which is the mirror. So when these two are were coming closer and face to face, there is another face, a pseudo fake face appears as a wonderment. That is called reflection. And this reflection is not real, but it appears. The reflection came only because of my presence in front of the mirror. So this my is original face, bimbam, and the reflection face is the pratibhimbam in the mirror. And this combination now born this reflection, a hodgepodge, a bhelpuri like, which borrowed the some qualities from the anatma, the mirror, and from me, the atma, bimbam, and then it functions as though it functions, as though it looks real. What are the things it borrowed from the? It borrowed the location from the mirror. Actually, the original face is here, but the reflection is appearing in the mirror. So it taken the support of the mirror for location, and if the mirror is dull or dusty, and the pratibhimbam also looks dusty or dim, or if the mirror moves due to any reason, and the pratibhimbam, the reflection also will move. So the dust on the pratibhimbam or the movement of the pratibhimbam is not affecting me, the bimbam, original, untouched I am. And this pratibhimba borrowed from me exactly what I am looking. I am wearing the specs, pratibhimbam also. If I wear the bindi, it is also having chandanam, it is having. So exactly it borrowed my my picture. So, and that location, all those things are borrowed from there. Now here, but if I go away from the mirror, is the pratibhimbam can appear, or if the mirror is taken away, the pratibhimbam can appear? No. So which is not there, even any one of these two are absent. The upadhi is not there, the pratibhimbam is not there, or the original consciousness is not reflecting in that, also it is not there. It is, original face is not reflecting if I go away. What it means? I, the Atma consciousness, all pervading, but when there is a medium suitable for me to reflect, the Chidabhasa, the mind, in the intellect, it reflects. So because reflection is only a reflection, it is not real at all. If the body, the mirror, dies, destroyed, the pratibhimbam disappears. But anything happened to me, the original me, if mirror gets a mirror broken, anything happens to the person who is looking into the mirror, the pratibhimbam disappeared. I won't cry, my face disappeared. My face is always there. So I never disappear or I never appear. This appearance and disappearance is only in the anatma because of my presence. So we have to recognize that I am the real original consciousness. Now, with this example, after that 19th shloka, now let us read, already I read it, this 20th shloka. When this ahami nasha bhaji, ahami nasha bhaji, here a peculiar Sanskrit rare usages are used. Ahami is the seventh case, Sati Saptami. When this Uchaham, the reflected aham, ahankara aham, when this ahankara aham gets destroyed, nashabhaji means the ego, when it gets destroyed, that means this aham, ahankara aham got destroyed, then what will happen in Swayam Hrit Paramapurna Sat Spurati. Here, Hrit means Chaitanyam, the original, the Bimbam, original consciousness, Hrit. Why this word is used? Hrit means Pralaya Kale Samharati Sarvam Asmin Iti Hrit. That means Layasthanam. Pralaya Kala means what? For us, Layam, the sleep itself is the Layam, dissolution. That time where everything, Samharati Sarvam Asmin, which everything is absorbs, dissolves in it, that is called Hrit. So here it is original, this consciousness, Bimba, and first what is said is Aham is the Pratibimba. So when this Ahankara I is gets destroyed, then what will happen? By its own, this original consciousness with which is Paramapurna Sat, which is that supreme, which is the real and which is complete, and that Sat, that existence, the self, Spurati Aham Aham Taya. It shines forth. This Sat existence, the real consciousness, original, which is Purnam, how it is Aham Aham Taya, as the I. Now in this sloka, first line also there is one Aham, and in the first line itself, again end of that first, again two times Aham Aham Taya, and in between second line Hrit is there. So the first Ahami is the Ahankara reflected I. The next Aham Ahamtaya is that means original. So Ahankara means Vachartha I, the fake I, and here the Lakshartha I, the original. So that original I, Swayam Spurati Hrit, that original I, Bimbam is in the second line given the word Hrit. Swayam Spurati, that Paramapurna Sat. This is the general meaning of the shloka. But if we are a sincere listeners and seekers, we should get a doubt. Just simply to read and write Spurati means shines forth in the place of ahankara I. When it is removed or destroyed, there in that place, in that time, this original consciousness will shines forth. Now, what is the meaning of this shines forth, which shines by itself? It is any event, it is any specific experience takes place, because now the ahankara is falsified and destroyed. There is any specific experience or any event like happens, there will be maybe change in my personality, there will be any change around me, even in my experience also there will be any change. Is it any a specific experience? These questions are very important, serious questions, because Ramana Maharshi just written like that, Spurati Hridam. Spurati, what shines, where it shines, how it shines, meaning what? Specific experience of the infinite, specific experience of myself as the experience of any other objective world or like that, is a logical contradiction. There cannot be any specific experience of the infinite. And specific experiences are always happens in the finite. Specific experience, Vishesha Anubhavam, always happens in the finite only. That is in Anatma. Therefore, there cannot be any specific experience of the infinite. For example, to understand, if I take anything as the specific experience of me also, in Jagrata Avastha, I have a specific experiences of the many anatma things. In this dream also I have a specific experiences. But in when this dream and the Jagrata both disappear in the Sushupti, deep sleep, I have no any of these specific experiences, but there also a nothingness is experienced. Nothingness is experienced. That nothingness experience also is a specific experience. Now the question is, one is in the deep sleep, there is no two things, that Jagrata and Swapna. But in the nothingness also, I come to know that nothingness because I I enlivened and recognized that emptiness, nothingness. That's why that is also registered in the mind, and later I am able to remember. The mind is able to remember. So unless there is somebody who is throwing a light on that and nothingness, or no any kind of specific experience also comes under an experience only. Now here what Ramana asking us to inquire, which is in three periods of this Jagrata, Swapna and Sushupti, which is commonly available in waking state, dream is not there. In dream, waking state is not there. And in sleep, there is no dream and no waking. And in the waking, there is no sleep experience. So these experiences are all specific, coming and going. But who is illumining them? Who is knowing these three experiences? That non-specific experiential me is there. I am there all the time without any specific experience also. So never expect that there will be any specific experience, because any experience means it is mithya. Any specific experience means it is mithya, because it is not there before, it appeared now and again disappeared. Which is not there, which is appearing and which is disappearing again, cannot be the truth or the real. Another point is any specific experience, Vishesha Anubhava, creates the Triputi, the knower, known and knowing Triputi. And Triputis are not Nityam. And that's why if Triputi is not there, in the absence, without the Triputi, in the absence of the Triputi also, which Gnanam, knowledge, shines forth. That is the meaning. Shine is there, which is Triputi Rahita Gnanam is Satyam or Chaitanyam. It doesn't require any specific experience. So remove this false notion of we should have a specific experience of either a levitation or floating. When this small I, ahankara I, which is right now located in a small place and become limited. See, when the experience takes place, I become limited, which I, because the ahankara predominant I experienced, so I become limited. I become a limited to a, I am localized. Again, take the example of the, in the waking state, I am become limited. And dream also, I am become limited, localized. But in the sleep, that localization disappearing. So that is the proof that when there is no specific experience, your limitations are removed. Your localization is removed. That's why you don't know the location, desha or kala, where you are sleeping and on what you are sleeping, all that disappears because there is no specific experience. But still I exist. I am very much existing as the Sakshi Chaitanyam. That's why I am able to recollect and remember and put in the mind, mind is able to take into the memory. I had a very nice, good sleep where there is nothing. So you got the point? Triputi Rahita Gnana. And so, generally in Upanishads, there is a statement that we repeat many times and tell, knowing is being. Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. But here also there is a drawback in this saying, because when you say knowing, That means what here actually recognition. But in that knowing, in that being, in fact, there is no knowing. Knowing is being, but in the being, there is no knowing. Because whenever the knowing principle comes, again, knower, known, the Triputi comes. Once if the Triputi comes, that is mithya, that is limited, that is anityam. So, unlimited, unlocalized, Triputi Rahita Shuddha Gnanam. It doesn't require any specific experience. Please remember this. So, knowing is being, but being is not knowing, because if knowing comes again, then Triputi comes. Now, here, our experience is that I am limited, I am localized. This is experience. But my gnanam is I am unlimited and I am unlocalized. Where? In deep sleep. Like this, if that experience and gnanam both are contradicting each other, there is a tug of war between the experience and the gnanam, which we have to take. Shastra says the gnana pramanam, anubhava pramanam, in between these two, the powerful thing is the Gnana Pramanam. That Gnana Pramanam also given by the Shastra. And of course, now it become your own recognition. I am. That's all. That is. Recognition means here again there is no recognized, recognizing, recognizer. No. But for the sake of communication, the teacher has to tell. So, Gnana Pramanam. A Gnanam, you must take the support of the Gnanam, not the experience Pramanam. Okay. So, the Aham, real, unlocalized, unconditioned, all pervading Aham is Satyam. The experiential Anatma Ahankara is false. Just knowing this, that's it. So this specific understanding, Gnanam, is the specific experience. Other than this, there is no any specific experience that Mahatma, that yogi got this experience, this person got this experience. Nothing. Any experience, after you come to know that you are all pervading Atma consciousness, do you mean that the Gnani, when he is in his house, he will have only that localized, conditioned experience only, but at the Gnana level, he understands that I am not limited. So, this Gnanam, this recognition is only the specific Gnanam alone is the specific experience. Other than that, there is no any specific experience. Why I'm talking so much about this? Because there is very easily we can imagine, even after studying the Vedanta, after reading about this so many Mahatmas, this, that, still there is a barrier in understanding this particular point, and we wait for some kind of experience should happen one day, some other day, on that day. No, if you recognize it now, the specific recognition gnanam only is called specific experience. Other than that, there is no any nothing, any specific experience. Okay, so we should not simply imagine unnecessarily. So what we said, if the experience is different and gnanam is different, then which support we have to take? Which is the pramanam? Gnanam pramanam. Now for this, I will give 2-3 examples, then we will understand this point thoroughly. Many examples given before also, that but today I will give 2-3 new examples. What are the old examples? Uh, Earth is flat, our experience, but the gnanam is Earth is round. Earth is a stationary, my experience, but the knowledge about the Earth is it is violently, fastly moving. The sun is rising, my experience I see, but knowledge wise, sun is not rising. The blueness in the sky is my experience, but blueness is the sky is not there, is the gnanam. So like this, so many examples. Now see another examples. You keep a 3 cups. One is the cold water, in one is the hot water, in between normal water. You keep your both index fingers in this cold water cup and in the hot water cup for 1 minute or half minute. Then take out both the fingers and bring and keep in the middle cup, which is normal water. You know what is your experience now? The finger which is kept in the cold water, ice cold water, here it feels hot. The finger which is kept in the hot water, now in this normal water, feels cold. Now which is true? So because of the conditioning and limitations, the experiences are keep on changing. They are not real. They are not real. Another example. You take a small stick and put it in a bucket of water and look into it. The stick which is dipped, not fully, half you keep in your hand, half only you kept inside. Inside the bucket, you see that stick got bending. Hey, why it is bending? You remove it and see it is real straight. So the gnanam is the stick is straight, but in the experience, the stick has got bent. Which is real? The gnanam is real. Earth is not moving. His experience is wrong. But gnanam, earth is moving is correct. Earth is flat experience is not correct. Earth is round, gnanam is correct. Like that. Another third example, because just yesterday, day before yesterday, Diwali, you take the cracker, the cracklings in the hand, and in the dark night, you move it very fast, a burning cracker, you will see a circle. More fast if you move, you see a continuous circle. Firebrand, you will see. Chakram. You take a firebrand and move it, you will see the circle. You stop it, the circle is not there. So experience circle is there, but in the knowledge, there is no circle. The same way, knowledge is the pramanam, so all experiences are false. Any experience, even the experience of the samadhi, samadhi is nothing but like a sleep only. So, the so-called Patanjali Maharishi's yoga and Patanjali great yogi, he may had experience of that Nirvikalpa Samadhi, but definitely is not reached the Advaita Gnanam, because the yoga is Dvaita philosophy. So in Dvaita, whether it is a Samadhi or a Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Savikalpa Samadhi, so many things, anything is false only. But recognizing this unconditional, unlocated, all pervading Atma consciousness is the Advaita Gnanam. So, in Advaita Gnanam, we never encourage, we never anticipate, we never look forward about any experience. It may not tasty to listen this the points to many of the listeners. But what to do? This is the final teaching of the Vedanta or Upanishads. That is what Bhagavan Ramana is telling here. So we have to look about this point so deeply. Otherwise, the meaning is very simple. When the ahankara is get destroyed, then the pure aham is shining forth. Where in me, because I am that, which is Paramapurna Sat. Just know it and keep quiet. Keep quiet. That's right, that keeping quiet is a powerful tool, because all questions, all imaginations, all fantasies will disappear. You are the truth. I am the truth. I am the Brahman. I am the I am. I am. Where there is no other rising of any idam thought and abiding in that aham spuratirutsvayam paramapurnasat aham taya. That's it. Now, after telling that, in 21st and 22nd shlokas, Bhagavan going more deeper into it. Idamaham padabhikkyamanvaham ahamilinake pyalaya sattaya vigrahendriya pranadhitamaha nahamekasa tajjadam hyasat. Now, what we have discussed for last half an hour now, 40 minutes. Idam aham pada, idam aham. Here, so the finally there, what is the conclusion? That's real aham, shuddha aham. Now that aham is talked about here. Idam aham, this self, which is indicated in the previous shloka, that aham padam, aham taya, that aham. Abhikyam anu aham. Abhikyam means the word aham. Abhikyam means the word aham following anu aham aham liyake. This Sanskrit we have to put anvayam properly. I will tell you the simple total meaning. See, in this aham means in the Shuddha aham, Lakshartha aham, when that Vachartha pseudo duplicate aham, Linake, when it absorbs in the, absorbs means what? Mithyatva nishayam, remember? It has lost its identity, it has lost its existence, it is not there, falsified. And aham, that ahamkar aham, when it merges and becomes one with this pure total aham, shuddha aham, ahami, see, this also a sati saptami and special usage of the ahami, in me. What in me? In this shuddha aham me, when this total I also merges, api, that means when this ahankara I merges, but there is one aham always present. Alaya sattaya, because it is indestructible. Alaya, alaya, imperishable. Avinashitu tadvidhi, ena sarvamidam tatam. It is continuous existence. It's never absent. Cannot be become absent. That is always there. That means the following of the merger of the individual I in the pure I, the total I also merges. That is the meaning. That total I also merges. Where it merges, total I cannot merge. Total I can't go anywhere to merge. And but why it is told like that here? Idam aham pada abhikyam anu aham. When it goes and merges with the Suddhaham, see, this merging is also is not activity, is not a journey or a traveling. See, when the mirror broken, the immediately the reflection disappeared. Where the reflection gone? Where it gone? It didn't gone anywhere because it's not there. Which is not there, how it can go and where it can go. Okay. So this aham vilinam, after the vilinam of the ahami, this aham, small aham is merged in the big aham. Vachar the aham, the lower aham is merged with the merged in this is disappeared, merged with the higher aham, and that higher aham which is doesn't have any laya, alaya sattaya, being it is ever present, all the time, that alone remains, that alone is the truth. Then in the 22nd shloka, Bhagavan here is talking about the how to do this experiential eye, and these experiences we have to falsify. We have falsified in the previous shlokas directly mind and the ahankara, the destruction of the aham, laya vinashane. That destruction of the mind means midhyatva nishayam. The destruction of the ahankara merging into the Suddha Aham is also called Mithyatva Nishchayam. Falsification of the entire Anubhava experiential world. But to do that, there is another one method and way also, because that Mano Mithyatva Nishchayam, Ahankara Mithyatva Nishchayam is more subtle and difficult. So Bhagavan here in between telling about the Panchakosha Viveka or Vicharana. Okay, which is discussed in the Taittiriya Upanishad, or which is generally we discuss and talk in the Tattvabodha, the rudimentary text also. We have studied in English that Tattvabodha. So that Panchakosha Viveka Bhagavan here telling. Unless otherwise he studied the either Taittiriya Upanishad or this these things, how he can talk about it? So he may studied in his previous Janma, and he is able to now recollect that and give that same Shastriya Gnanam. So never don't think that Ramana Maharshi didn't taught any other things. If you are seeing this Upadesha Saaram, all the Shastric methods step by step, Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga, Raja Yoga, with all these three, prepare yourself, make fit for receiving the Gnanam, become fit to enter into the Atma Vichara and gain the self knowledge and be free. So here's the Panchakosha Viveka. So in the previous slokas, actually, indirectly he completed the Avasthatraya Viveka. Yes? Avasthatraya Viveka. Now, Shariratraya or the Panchakosha Viveka, both are one and the same. If you take it as a 3 layers, it is called Shariratraya Viveka. If you take it as a 5 layers, it is called Panchakosha Viveka. Okay. Now this Panchakosha Viveka. So, very systematic methodically. But unfortunately, those who are devoted to Ramana and accepts him as the Guru or Daivam Bhagavan, that's good only. You can have faith and but they never come to study the Shastra. Except Ramana Maharshi's books, they never study or listen from any other teacher, the present teacher. If at all they come to listen, they come to only to listen to Upadesha Saaram. Otherwise, they never come to any other topics. Why? Why you become so fanatic? Here clearly it said, why can't you go systematically? Now, how you know what is Panchakosha Viveka? Because he is just generally simply touching that point. But how much we connected to the Shastra and taken different examples, different contexts, and given the deeper analysis to all these shlokas in the last few classes. So we need not to become fanatic in the name of a person, okay? Whether he may be kept in the level of the altar of the Bhagavan, but still, so those I need to tell here, there's no not criticizing anything. Even they don't keep any other gods Krishna, Rama photo also, they for them only Bhagavan Ramana. Ramana Maharshi itself is the Bhagavan. When this Vyakti Aradhana, even in the form of Guru, but you cannot negate and remove the Ishvara. So this is one kind of no small petty limited understanding what to do. Unfortunate thing. You have a great teachers who can teach Vedanta and systematically study it and incorporate Ramana's teaching also there without any confusion. You can very easily move in this path. Even though it is a mountain path, it is a only path and self-inquiry. But remember, Shastra very clearly says that this Atma Vichara self-inquiry you should not do on your own. You must do only through the Guru Shastra Upadeshena. So here, Aham Ekasat, this one existing consciousness principle I am, but I am not this body, mind, intellect complex. Bhagavan putting a different words to this. One is Vigraha means a body. Annamaya Kosha, I am not. Then Indriya also comes under the Annamaya Kosha only. But Indriyas are not these Golakams. Actually, sensory perceptions are Indriyas and Indriya Golakams. So that's why the Golakams are there proper. But Indriyam is not functioning, the blessing of that Indriya Devata Shakti, it won't function. And that Devata blessing is there, Indriya Shakti is there, but here the physical defect is there. That time also it won't function. So the physical and then more deeper the sense organs. Okay. So Vigraha, Indriya. But for us, if you are going to take it in a Panchakosha Viveka, Annamaya Kosha, Sthula Shariram, then Prana, Pranamaya Kosha, okay, vital prana, vital sheath, otherwise. So physical, physiological, then Dhihi, Dhiyana, Manomaya and Vijnanamaya both comes under that, intellect and the mind, okay, together. So four koshas over. Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha over. Tamaha means here Anandamaya kosha because in deep sleep Ananda is there when we enter, become one with the causal body, but there is ignorance. Tamaha is there because what is the ignorance? I don't know what I am. What I am, I don't know what I am, but there is Ananda. That's why that is called Anandamaya Kosha, Tamaha. So all the five koshas, Bhagavan Ramana says that all these Pancha koshas are Jadam, inert. They are inert by themselves. And they are, really speaking, they are non-existent. They were not there at all. Asat, Aham Ekam Sat, that I alone is existing consciousness principle which is real, and whatever other experiential, this body, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, all these five layers, five sheaths, they are all jadam, inert, and in fact, they were all asat, not there at all. Okay. Now, few more points related to this shloka here. Can I know this particular? So I am continuously present. We told no in all the three states of experience avasthas. A continuous, but I'm transactionless. I am transactionless. But transactions are seems to be happening only because of the ahankara I. Ahankara I only will have vyavahara. If we ask a question, can I know this continuous transactionless I? Can I know? That is only we said already. No, you cannot know that. If you come to know again, it becomes knowing itself becomes a transaction. Knowing, trying to know itself is becoming a transaction. Then just be. Just be. That's why being is not knowing, but knowing is being, we said. Be, that's all. Then just to be, what I have to do? Then again, if you say do means, then problem. So this question is wrong. Knowing itself is a transaction, otherwise. It's a jnana vyavahara. Other things are all only laukika vyavahara. It is a jnana vyavahara. So to know this limitless I, we must do a systematic inquiry only. If at all we do, inquiry only. For that sake only this inquiry, systematic inquiry. That only Panchakosha Viveka, Panchakosha Vicharana format Bhagavan given here in Taittiriya Upanishad, very elaboratedly, clearly explained about the, here just I roughly reminded you 5 koshas. In fact, these are 5 sheaths means one is kept in one another, because this Sthula Shariram is very gross and big looking, and in this big sheaths, shell, there is another small sheath shell, Pranadamayam. You should not think in that way, because the Sthula Shariram is visible gross body is bigger. All other things are not visible. They are small, small, small. So that Anandamaya Kosha, one in, one in, one in, one in. Generally in the yoga books, they will put this diagram. But in fact, actually, we have to see and understand the diagram in the opposite way. That Anandamaya Kosha is so big, and the Manomaya Kosha is inside that, and Vijnanamaya Kosha. And Vijnanamaya Kosha, the mind is limited. And in the Manas, the Prana is a small one. And in the Prana, the Indriyas are all small. And this physical body is still small. So we have to expand and go from Vesti to Samashti. Okay? So this is all again like intellectual analysis only. But how to Viveka, Panchakosha Viveka, negate the Panchakoshas, Mano Buddhya Hankara Chittani Naham. In Nirvana Shatkam, Shankaracharya writes beautifully. न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्. This is also any event, any kind of action. Panchakoshas now have to take a knife and remove, cut it, like the peeling the skin of the apple or the fruit, and go inside, remove that. It is like that. No, it is not an event. It is not throwing out somewhere. One kosha, you see its nature, its swabhava, its impermanency, its origin and the death, okay, jananam, maranam, and its limitations, and analyze that. That is called analysis, and through that you falsify them. So the falsification of the panchakoshas in intellectual level is itself is called panchakosha viveka. When you do that with you, and everything is nothing but that pancha bhutas are also, all those things, pancha bhutas are also in me. The whole prakriti is in me. The whole maya is in me. That's why Kaivalya Upanishad concludes, Mayi eva sakalam jatam mayi sarvam pratishthidam mayi sarvam layam yati tad brahmadvayamasmyaham. More we will see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.